Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. In the last episode, we were checking out Blood Sands to hopefully get some answers for Hiravias. Now, I believe we've looked at 3.
On the hunt.
Which means we just need to find the last tablet. Wherever that may be. Ooh, hello there. The heat emanating from this pool threatens to singe the flesh of your face. Ooh, okay. Maybe we should pack Daisy away, just because this surely can't be all that pleasant for her. You know, she is a fungus. You tend to find them in places that are dark and moist. Humid, maybe, but not to this level. But she's going. She's going. She's making her way. Come on, darling. She's
and
slow.
What do we have here?
Okay, that does not appear to be theft. Yoink. Yeah, look, I feel quite badly for her. I don't think Tim would do well here either. Show me pets. Show me pets. Who would? Probably Waddles. You know, he is a ghost pig. So yeah, Daisy, you can go away for a minute. Waddles, come on out. There you go, look at him. Look at the wee bubby.
Keeping an eye out.
And yet, here's the entranceway. Okay. Anything good down here? Oh, hello, you have a name. Also, that's not theft, don't mind if I do. The petitioner before you is swaddled in loose-fitting robes. Her hair is greasy and matted. A glossy film of sweat and grime coats her exposed skin. She has the swollen features of pregnancy and several missing teeth in her big grinning smile. As you approach, she slowly turns to you and examines you from head to toe, smiling the entire time. "Joyous day to you," she says. Despite coming from a wearied body, her voice sounds resonant and relaxed. "I am Naka, midwife and lawkeeper." Her hands run across the slight bulge in her belly. She rolls her head back and sighs a relaxed purr. "Are you feeling well?" I don't have time for this. No, this is quite, you know, it's quite unique. All of the pregnant women we've met have been absolutely terrified because of Widewind's legacy. So to see a pregnant woman who's just chill, you know, it's something that really doesn't happen all too often. "Are you feeling well?" "Flawless," she replies. "Apologies, I should be left to my meditation. The rite of strength is invigorating, almost overwhelming to the senses." She reaches down and cradles her belly in her hands and turns away. "Okay, you do you, love. You do you."
I'll stay out of sight.
Now then, let's see. Okay, it looks like we've got maybe some sleeping quarters. Oh, well, you're locked.
This calls for a subtle
Oh, hello.
touch. There. What did I tell you?
Again, that's theft. What is... Oh, okay, so it's like a sapphire in the skull's eye socket or whatever. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to steal from these people. That would be dumb. That would be extremely dumb. The gift of sacrifice transmutes something into water and essence into power. Just as the flesh of one nourishes many, the sacrifice freely made strengthens those that will come after us. Strength. For the ones that will come to us. Okay. Yeah, this just seems to be some kind of, like, guided meditation, almost. Yeah, there's you at the back. The blood of sacrifice waters the soil of Irglanfath.
As souls split into multitudes, many lives come from one.
The truest of power comes from sacrificing the shard to return its strength to the Mother Stone.
Hiravias says with dramatic gusto as he reads the Glanfathan runes from the tablet.
The many lives from one sounds familiar. I was taught that sometimes between death and rebirth, a soul splits perfectly in two, creating two viable souls from one. Sounds strange, but it makes sense when you think about how the population has risen in generations. It's kind of a mathematical necessity that some process like this is happening.
Thanks for the animancy lesson, but what do you think this has to do with you? Maybe the Autumn Stalgar has a very important role to play in this life cycle of souls. So why did Whale lead you to the... Yeah, just what do you think on this? What do you think? So why did Whale lead you to this tablet? Hiravias scratches at his ear stump as his gaze drags along the floor. If that druid really wanted me to see this tablet, and if Whale really is guiding my quest for knowledge, there's someone out there who has the same soul pest as me? So what? That's probably true of most of us. Okay. So what do you want to do with this information? Oh! Explore Burial Isle. I kind of assumed we wouldn't be able to get to Burial Isle until we had done whatever we have to do in Tear Evron. Apparently not. Apparently we can just go there. I'm not gonna lie, if that's the case, I'm inclined to go to Burial Isle. I might be putting off doing the whole Tear Evron god thing, because, you know, it feels like the game is ending and that's making me feel all kinds of things. Hello. Alright. Oh.
As your blood flows, so shall your essence. Your life's energy shall feed the soil, and your soul's energy shall enrich the community. This is by your own choosing, supplicant?
A dwarven man stands on a raised platform. Beneath him, an elf lies prone on a stone table. As you get closer, you hear the dwarf speak in a gravelly monotone. Yes, the elf's voice is high but even. The dwarf grips a hatchet with both hands and raises it over his head. He throws his shoulder forward and swings the weapon into the elf's chest, connecting with a meaty thump. Blood gushes around the blade and the sacrifice's screams rend the air. Hiravias' hands clutch his chest as his eyes widen in amazement. I did say I wanted to see the teachings of other druids, but I think I was imagining more dried herbs and chanting. We never did that in my circle back home. Never. Despite his earlier agreement, the elf thrashes atop the stone table, his torso arching while his arms and legs remain tied in place. Meanwhile, the dwarf spreads his arms wide and allows blood to splatter his robes. When the elf is finally silent and still, the dwarf pulls his hatchet from the body and wipes it on his hem. Okay. Okay, that's very nice.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
One second. 1 second, lads. I'm just checking. Okay, no, it doesn't look like there's anything hidden. Hi? The dwarf wears crimson robes that are stained and streaked with dark patches. His face is smooth, but lacking youthful elasticity. It's as if the lines and wrinkles have been formed and erased many times over. He watches you with eyes like two black pits as he wipes his hatchet on the robes. Hail, Estremor.
No one comes to Blood Sands without a purpose. What is yours?
His voice is deep and rough-edged. It echoes like a river in an ancient cave. Who are you?
I am the Archdruid of the Ethic Null. For centuries it has been my duty to guide our rituals and guard our knowledge. It is work that requires a certain resilience, but it is not without its benefits.
His black eyes glitter. Rayston's eerily smooth face is motionless as he watches you. You murdered a man, right? No. Here's the thing. By their culture, they didn't. We are in their land. We're in their home. We're surrounded by their culture. Their culture says this wasn't murder. You can't go to a different country and be like, oh, well, my culture takes precedence. Like, that's not how this works. It's like, so in the UK, we really don't have a tipping culture. when you go out to like a restaurant or you go and get some coffee, you really don't leave a tip unless the service was, outstanding. Because here, waitresses and baristas and all of those kind of like service workers, they all get paid a livable wage. They don't rely on tips to live. As such, like I said, you would really only leave a tip if there was impeccable service. It's not something that you're guaranteed to do. In America, that is not the case. And my mum really struggles with that. She really struggles with that. Like, we were in New York last year and we found this little wee coffee shop. And the barista serving us, she was really lovely. She was really lovely up until the point where it came to pay. And my mum selected 0 tip. At which point you could tell she was pissed. You could tell she was pissed. And I moved along. And my mum, I don't, maybe she was just kind of standing there. Maybe she was looking at the board. I don't know. But she literally, move along. And my mum came up to me and was like, she was so rude. How dare she? And I had to say, Mum, it's because you didn't leave a tip. That's why she was being rude. And she, oh, well, but no. Even if you don't leave a tip, that doesn't mean you should be rude to the customer. Well, here's the thing, Mum. She's not earning a livable wage. You're taking money from her pockets by not leaving a tip. Oh, well, in the UK, we're not in the UK, ma'am. We're not in the UK. Here, you need to tip because these people need those tips to eat. Like, that's why she was rude. Like, you can't... It's a different culture. Yes, in the UK, this would not be necessary. But, like, we're not in the UK. You need to leave a tip for the barista. Like, you need to do that. And, like, she really struggled. She really struggled with that. Same thing here. By our standards, that's murder. By their standards, it's not. And we're in their country. We're in their country. We're in their house. We can't impose our culture on them. Tell me more about the Ethic Null. We are a druidic order that has been in Twin Elms since Engwithan times. Our founders came from the White March, seeking a place where we might practice our beliefs in peace, as it were. Unlike most of our Glanfathan brethren, we seek answers in the world around us rather than in the teachings of the gods. We believe that all life has power, and that this power can be siphoned and conducted. We are not, as some suggest, madmen and murderers. All of our rituals are conducted with willing participants and through methods that have been tested and refined over centuries. Refined? Really? You literally just whacked a man in the chest with a hatchet. Any old murderer can do that. That is not refined. I would not describe whacking someone with a hatchet as refined, but you know what? You do you. He nods, his black eyes shining. This allows us to create the war paint for which we are respected, if not loved. I want to know more about your sacrifices. What's war paint? Well, we know what it is, because we've read about it. And then again, hearing it from, the horse's mouth, as it were, that could be interesting. How are you different from the ovates of the Golden Grove? And yet again, let's go through this. I want to know more about your sacrifices. A guttural laugh rumbles from his throat. We merely believe that, in giving up something of value, the energy from that sacrifice can be diverted elsewhere. It is not so different from what folk practice all over the world. If you want to turn the soil, sail a ship, or move a cart, you must expend energy. He smooths his robes. But we're best known for our practice of kith sacrifice. This is the most potent form of sacrifice because it releases the most energy. We distill the essence of an entire soul into raw power that can strengthen the body, fortify the soul, and extend life. What's war paint? A special unguent binding raw essence to the wearer. It grants incredible advantages in combat and has made us indispensable to the tribes. Whatever they say about our practices, almost all of them have made use of our war paint at some time or another. A slow smile spreads across his face. Fascinating indeed how the most strident objections can be overcome by circumstance. Ooh, could this be considered... then again, they do have a shopkeeper here. They have Weirder, who we can buy and sell shit from. See, this is like the big guy. He's the archdruid. Asking him to sell the stuff might be considered an insult, but I'm also like, he could have a pet. He could have a pet on him. Fuck it, we'll ask. I'd like to buy war paint. I am no merchant but godlike. Talk to keep weirder. She's around here somewhere. Okay, fair play, fair play. How are you different from the ovates of the Golden Grove? A dry laugh rasps from his throat. Golden Grove. I remember when Arona came up with that name. He gives you a darkly gleeful look. Used to be as green as the rest of the forest, you know. We're more similar than they'd like to admit. We both believe in achieving power without the double-edged aid of the gods. But their fantasy is pure creation. Something from nothing. They blind themselves to the fact that all life, from the mightiest dragon to the slimmest blade of grass, requires death. And the greatest ends require the greatest sacrifice. An interesting thought. I'll have to ponder it further. Some sacrifices are simply too costly, benevolent. That's just the way the world works. Stoic. I refuse to believe that. Passionate. I agree. I just make sure I'm holding the knife. Cool. Yeah, again, I don't think Ximena really has much of an opinion on this. You know, it's your culture. You believe what you want to believe. Like, I'm not gonna come into your house and shit on your beliefs. Like, I'm just gonna, like, okay, fair play, whatever. An interesting thought. I'll have to ponder it further. A wise enough sentiment. That's all I wanted to know. Rayston's eerily smooth face is motionless as he watches you. Farewell. Okay. Is there...
Easy does it.
You know what, I'll
Hey.
just... Okay, yeah, no, it doesn't look like there's anything up there. Okay, in which case... Yeah, it looks like that is the entire temple explored. Okay. In which case... Why are you all going that way? Again, I didn't do this. I didn't do this. The game did this. It's always Ximena and Aloth off together. The rest of the group, let's go this way. And Ximena and Aloth are like, let's go off on our own. Like, I swear, I'm not doing this. The game is coming up with this narrative. I'm just responding. Like, it's always them two together. I swear to God, it's always the pair of them together. This is... If you could only see my face right now. If you could only see my face. Okay. And now with that, let's head to Burial Isle. We'll head to Burial Isle, we'll do the thing for Hiravias. And from there, I think we'll go face the Master below, and then we'll do the Phylactery's Promise. I think that's my plan. That's my plan going forward, I think. And then once we've got all of that done, we'll head into here. Okay, come along. Come along, people.
Did you hear that? About our awakenings being permanent?
Yeah. Ooh! Hello!
If those Delamgon are right, you and I are stuck with our awakenings. Not quite the news I was hoping for.
It just means we've got to focus on finding Theos. Rational. Shrug. Worrying won't change anything. Stoic. It distresses me too. Honest. I'm concerned about you. How are you taking this? Benevolent. This isn't fair. We're stuck with memories and personalities from ages ago. Passionate. At least one of you got some good news, right, Iselmyr? Clever. Here's the thing. Our thing is tied up with Theos because we've got soul beef with him. I don't think that will help Aloth. Ximena has many feelings when it comes to Aloth. As I said, she was heartbroken. She was heartbroken upon finding out that he was part of the Leaden Key. She felt betrayed. Even if he, technically speaking, he hadn't. Because, he wasn't with us as some, Leaden Key spy. He just happened to be part of the group and, we found each other. He really didn't betray us, but Ximena felt betrayed. But at the same time, like I said, the game has continued to do this thing of, pairing them together. Again, I'm not the one doing this. The game is. I said, everyone, go here, and they split off. They split. The two of them are always together. They are this little pair. And even after all of that, they're still doing... And again, I know it's RNG, it's random, it's ba 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 ba, but like it keeps happening. It keeps happening. And from a role-playing perspective, I'm like, well, clearly she still feels this bond for him. She feels this betrayal, but she's also, clearly she still cares about him. She's still like, yo, like, deep down, you're my friend. You're a very good friend. You're my best friend. And, you know, she probably will get over her feelings of betrayal. But, like, I'm feeling things. I'm feeling things right now, okay? I do think she would be worried about him. Because here's the thing. We have soul beef with Theos. That's how we figure our shit out. He doesn't have soul beef with Theos. His thing is completely separate. So how is he going to deal with it? How is he going to deal with this shit? Okay, so yeah, not number one. Because Theos won't help Aloth. It'll help us, it won't help him. And worrying won't change anything. Ximena's worried. Ximena is worried, absolutely. 3 would work. I could also see 4 working. This isn't fair. Well, life isn't fair, and Ximena knows that. And I don't think she'd joke. Not right now. This isn't the time for joking. So yeah, it's between 3 and 4. She is deeply distressed. She is deeply distressed. I'm kind of... It's... How do I put this? She does clearly still care for Aloth. He was her best friend. He was her best friend. And maybe Ximena had some hopes for where that friendship might go, and that will never happen. But at the core, he was her best friend. And beyond the hurt of him lying, of him omitting certain things, she's thinking, yo, I'm shit scared, I'm distressed, I'm worried. But I have a potential way forward. I know what I'm doing. I'm a survivor. I am going to survive no matter what. And if I need to get Theos to tell me what our beef is, I'm gonna fucking do it. If I have to torture his ass, I will do it. If I have to sleep with him, I will do it. Whatever he wants. If he wants feet pics, I will deliver him feet pics. Like anything, I will do it. If it means I can live, I am going to survive. Aloth doesn't have that. She's worried and concerned about what she's going to do, but she sees the path. She's like, yo, I've got a way forward. It's gonna be difficult, but I'm gonna do it. You have nothing. And you are my best friend. I'm concerned about you. How are you taking this?
Oh, the knowledge that a barely civilized bumpkin will share my mind and body for the rest of my life? That's kind of you to ask. I'd always believed that Iselmyr was an ailment I could cure myself of one day. But now, to think she'll be around forever.
You've been awakened for decades now. Did you really think anything would change? Rational. She's not that bad. I can't imagine having her in my head. It's time you dealt with this, Aloth. Stoic. You mean how she stuck with you? Ooh. I'm thinking... I very rarely go stoic for Ximena because I just don't think it suits her personality. She's not a stoic kind of gal. But I'm drawn to number 4. Because here's the thing. Again, not number 5. Not number 5. Because this is distressing. And Ximena knows it's distressing because she's going through the exact same thing. Admittedly, she's treating her experiences a bit more like a soap opera. Like, oh, what did I do? She was my lover? Oh my god, what did we do? Like, Jimena's treating this like it's an episode of EastEnders. Like, that's what Jimena's doing. Like, but she knows it is distressing. It is distressing, so she's not going to joke about this. And one is very dismissive. Oh, you've been awakened for decades now. Did you really think anything would change? Like, she wouldn't dismiss him like this. He's trying to survive. He's trying to do something that will enable him to survive and avoid going mad in a basement. So she's not going to dismiss him. And to be blunt, our opinions on Iselmyr are completely irrelevant. We need to deal with this, because if we don't, you're going to go crazy. It's time you dealt with this, Aloth.
I know.
He sighs. And on the bright side, I've got plenty of time to figure out how to deal with her. You've got to make that decision, Aloth. What do you think? Your whole life you've been taking orders. If you can't assert your authority over her, you'll never have it anywhere else. Like it or not, she's part of you, and she could be a source of strength if you learn to work with her. See, I want to go with one. Because this might seem weird. I know some people have issues with this. I like having this option in a video game because I don't want the companions to just gravitate around my character. I spoke about this when I played Mass Effect, and a lot of people really didn't understand where I was coming from. And it's just, I want the companions to have lives of their own. I don't want the companions just being like, whatever you say, Commander Shepard, or Ximena in this case, Watcher, whatever you say goes. I will follow you to the ends of the earth. I have no life outside of you. You get to decide all of my life choices. Me, like, I don't want that. I don't want that. I want characters who will say, okay, that's what you think? Well, fuck you. I'm going to go do something else because I'm my own person. I'm not your little skivvy. I'm not your thrall. I am my own person outside of you, the main character. I'm going to go do my own shit. So I always appreciate when a game gives me the option to be like, you decide. You decide this. Ximena is an extremely opinionated character. Ximena is absolutely the kind of person who pushes people to do what she wants them to do. This is exactly the kind of... God damn it. Like I said, in Mass Effect, I was constantly being like, where's the option to say, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And in Pillars of Eternity, where they've said, we're giving you that option, I'm like, this isn't a character who'd pick that. This is a character who would absolutely be like, I know what's best. I know what's best. I'm big-headed enough to think that I know what is best for other people. God damn it, I think... It's between 1 and 2. Ximena likes Iselmyr. You know, she came to Aloth's defense. Aloth was getting his ass beat by his dad, and Iselmyr said, not on my watch. But this is Aloth's life, and he shouldn't be forced to spend it with someone invading his body. The decision should be Aloth's. But I think... Here's the thing, if they work in tandem, what would that mean? I think Ximena, like, I don't know. I don't know how this works. I'm not from this universe. From someone on the outside looking in, I'd be worried that saying, oh yeah, work with her. She's a part of you. She could be a source of strength. I worry that might give him a few more years, but he's still going to go crazy in the basement. Because ultimately he's still awakened. The whole reason why Iselmyr is there is because you couldn't stand up for yourself. You felt like, oh, I need someone else to stand up for me. And Iselmyr was like, I'll be that bitch. I'll do it. I really do think she's only going to go away when you can stand up for yourself and say, no, I don't need anyone else to do this. I'm standing up for me. Piss off. I think that will cause you to be unawakened, as it were. That's your conflict. I think, like I said, I do think Ximena would be thinking, right, if he, oh, there we go. She'd be thinking, if he chooses the path of least resistance, I'm going to work with her. He's still going to be awakened. He's probably going to go crazy in a basement. I need to push him to stand on his own 2 feet. To assert his authority over her, because that's what caused her to appear in the first place. You need to show that you can do this. And maybe that's your soul beef. Your whole life, you've been taking orders. If you can't assert your authority over her, you'll never have it anywhere else.
It's hard to be comfortable in your own skin when you're sharing it with someone else.
He tucks his hair behind his ears and straightens his hood. Even as he says it, something struggles within him. The muscles in his face twitch and his skin quivers. His eyes roll back in his skull, exposing slivers of white. Sweat beads and glistens on his forehead. After several seconds, he sighs and looks at you. That wasn't as difficult as I expected. I think, deep down, I'd always hoped to find a solution elsewhere. When I was a child, I always thought my mother would come home with a mysterious cure, or that my father, without knowing it, could somehow send her away just as he'd called her forth. I can't pretend that I didn't spend years of my arcane training hoping that one of my instructors would have the answers somewhere in his grimoire. When I joined the Len Key, I hoped and believed that with enough loyal service, I could gain the ear of someone in the organization who could help me. Even when I met you and realized your unique talents, I hoped that you might be able to reach into my soul the way I'd seen you do with so many others. I've been looking for someone else to solve my problem, and now I realize that I've got to face it on my own. That's how it's supposed to be. You search for answers elsewhere and find them in yourself. Passionate. Most people need that kind of guidance. You don't. Rational. I've been with you the whole way. I still am. Benevolent. You haven't been on your own. I got you through Brackenbury, remember. I like number 3. I like this is Ximena saying, yo, we're still friends. You're still my best friend. She's gotten over, her feelings. And she's like, yo, no matter what, you're still my best friend. I like that. I've been with you the whole way. I still am.
That means a great deal to me. Truly.
He smiles.
That reminds me of something else the Delamgon said. About the gods not being real.
He says it quietly, as if afraid someone might overhear him. I don't know what they meant. They did tell us to pray to the gods, so that can't be entirely true. Rational. I expect we'll figure out what that means eventually. Stoic. Don't tell me you're getting your panties in a knot about something new. No, they did also say, yo, you've got to pray to them, so which is it? They did tell us to pray to the gods, so that can't be entirely true.
Yes, I suppose so. Still, I can't help but worry at the state we'd be in if that were somehow true. If there were no power guiding us in this life and shepherding us to the next.
So don't think about it, Stoic. I'm sure we'd find our way on our own. Let's hope that's not the case. Then Iselmyr would just be a happy accident and you'd have no one to blame for her cover. Yeah. I'm sure we'd find our own way.
I hope you're right.
His brow furrows beneath his hood. While we're stopped, let's discuss something else. Aloth looks at you with quiet attentiveness. How may I be of service? You've finally gotten control of Iselmyr. Do you feel any different? Just calmer. Content. It's odd. For so long I fought her, lashing out at her intrusions and incursions without actually stopping her. I wasn't used to taking decisive action, and I didn't believe I'd have power over someone who had infiltrated my own mind. He smiled slowly. It was a pleasant surprise to see that I was wrong. Okay, so it does... How fucking easy was that? Dickhead! Dickhead! That was really easy! So it seems like like, dude, you made such a hullabaloo, and it was that easy. Sir, excuse you. That's all. Like, it seems like he's good. Like, his soul has found peace. He's not going to go crazy in a basement. Dickhead. Like I said, Ximena is just looking at him like, that was so easy. You fussed all that time, and that was so easy. God damn. Well, on that note, I will bring this episode to a close right here. In the next one, we will head to Burial Isle. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members such as SM2K, Christopher K. Davies, CGG, The Named User, and Kevin Bicknell. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.